Hey everybody, well I got a little comparison video for you today. This will be comparing my Eureka ESP here versus my newest purchase, this somewhere from the 1980s Hoover Convertible. Basically, I'm not going to show them picking up stuff off the floor because I don't have anything, honestly, right now to do a little, challenge video, I guess. But I will turn them both on so you can hear them run and vacuum little spots of the carpet, even though the carpet's pretty clean. Anyway, basically just going to go over the differences between a Eureka and a Hoover, just to show you the differences. They are similar in quite a few ways, however they do have their differences. So let's go ahead and check them out. We're going to start with the Hoover here. First thing you might notice is the Hoover's definitely got a longer cord than the Eureka does. Here's the Eureka's cord behind it, where it plugs in, and then it plugs in on top there, and then there's the Hoover's cord underneath it, and there's about that much on the floor. So yeah, it's quite a bit longer. I'm gonna say maybe it's a 30-foot cord. The Eureka looks like it might be a 20-foot, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's definitely one thing about Eurekas in general, is a lot of them have shorter cords. I'm not sure why, but Hoovers, I remember, always had longer cords, which is nice. You can move around a little bit more. As you can see, they both do have headlights. This ESP, by the way, is from sometime in the 90s. I think it's from 1992. But they both have plastic hoods, plastic bases. However, the bottom plates on them are both metal beater bars and roller brushes, as well as metal handles. Now, as you can see, the Convertible here does not have a handle grip, whereas the Eureka does. Now that's usually designating whether it's a higher end or lower end model. So this Eureka, like many ESPs of the vintage era, does not have self-propel. That was an option you could get. However, this one does not have it. I've mostly seen it on the older ones. But yeah, this Hoover Convertible, no handle grip at all. They both have the switch on the handle. Hoover always puts it in the back. Eureka's always been up front rather than having the switches down on the hoods, where it can be a little awkward. The Hoover takes the genuine Hoover Type A bags, and the Eureka takes the very well-known F&G bags, just like any old Eureka or Sanitaire would. So let's go ahead and flip over the Hoover here. One nice feature about a Hoover Convertible is they have this handle here on the bottom. In case anyone didn't know why it's designed like this instead of like that. That's one nice thing about Hoover Convertibles, is it's a handle, and it makes it very easy to pick the vacuum up and carry it around. There's stuff in the bag, that's what the noise is. So like I said, you got your metal bottom plate. However, the base is plastic, and there's your roller brush. It does have beater bars there, and just like the Eureka, it has two tabs that you have to undo right there. You just flip them off like that, and then the whole bottom would come right off. That's how you change your belt. Very easy, simple system to do. Now, they are both zip-up bags. I know Hoover makes button-ups on some of the old Type C bags. Eurekas, I've only seen zipper bags, so I'm not sure if they ever made button ones. Hoover's got the vent on the side there. Eureka's got it on the top. And as far as carpet height adjustment, Hoover always puts it over here. I don't know how well the camera will pick that up, but it says low, normal, and then you got high and shag down below. I have it set to normal because that's the most appropriate height for this carpet I have in here. And the Eurekas have usually one of two adjustments. This ESP here has what Eureka calls the Regulator Switch, which this just slides back and forth. Or they also have the very well-known Dial-O-Mat, which is a round knob that would sit right here in the center, in the front of the base, the front of the hood rather, to adjust the carpet height. And Eureka's system is a little bit different than Hoover's. The Eureka system adjusts these front wheels right here. They move up and down instead of the rear wheels like on the Hoover there, which is why the switch is on the back and the Eureka is in the front. So a little difference between the two. You can see compared to the Hoover, which has this divider here in the middle. The Eureka is offset, so it's an unequal length on both sides of the beater bar. This has what Eureka calls the Fiber Groomer 2, so there's the beaters and the brushes. One main difference between the two is the Eureka is the more powerful vacuum. This ESP has a 7 amp motor, and that Hoover Convertible has a 5 amp motor. So, a little difference between the two. However, they both have excellent agitation, and they both have great suction. I will say the Eureka is easier to push than the Hoover is. The Hoover does take a little bit more effort to push, but it's not too bad. It's a good cleaner. So I guess we'll start with that. Both the headlights do work. Oh, and they both go flat. Actually, you just hit the button one more time, and it goes flat just like that. But let's go ahead and turn it on. Nice sounding motor. It's actually very quiet. Hear the nice beater bar grooming the carpet very nicely there. Show you the headlight. It's nice and bright. It says Hoover Convertible on it. It's a nice vacuum. I still have yet to clean it up. And now let's go over to the ESP. Like I said, they both do go flat, so demonstrate that real quick. Oops. There we go. And there you go. So now we'll go ahead and turn this on. Eureka runs, I would say, a little bit smoother than the Hoover does. I want to take the Hoover apart and clean it and give it a tune-up, probably oil up the bearings and everything, and it'll probably run even better. The Eureka's been very, very well cared for. It's in great shape. The only marks on it are on the sides there, which are so typical of vacuum cleaners. The Hoover's been well maintained, mechanically, but cosmetically it doesn't look as well, but I'm going to try and clean it up and make it look a little bit better. So in terms of, do I have a preference out of the two? Honestly, not really. I mean, like I said, I probably would prefer to, if I were to sell one down the road, I'd probably sell the Hoover and keep the Eureka. These Eureka ESPs are kind of hard to come by, and it just has so much power, and it's so nice to use. So I really like both of them, though. They're both great vacuums, and I don't plan on selling either of them right now. So that's my little video. One day I'll make a little challenge video of the two of them later. Take care.